Liam, after a few weeks locked away, how pleased were you to get back and play some cricket the other week?
Yeah, it's obviously nice to get back and play. It'd obviously been a big build-up, and then it was a bit of a different experience in the bubble. It's obviously a little bit different when you're not playing. It's it brings up different challenges. So it was nice to come back into this environment, and it's like coming home. So nice to fit straight back in and get back playing.
I'm sure you were hopeful of featuring in it. So do you reflect back on it as being a little bit bittersweet that you weren't able to play?
Yeah, I think you do. I think I would be kidding if I expected to play. I knew I was obviously wasn't selected in the main squad to start with. So to think 3 games later that you're going to be playing is, you don't really expect it. There may have been a chance to play in the last game, but I didn't really expect to play. So I just seen it as a little bit of a training camp, and I actually found it good and a great opportunity to work on my bowling. Got lots of opportunity to bowl at some of the best batters in the world, so I seen it as a great opportunity to try and develop that. Obviously try and get my white ball game back up to where it was before lockdown, and so there was different opportunities to get better at different things, like you said, I didn't really expect to play, so it wasn't too much of a disappointment not playing.
So with that in mind, we determined to try and get what you could out of it, just try and make the most of the experience. If you're thinking, I'm probably not going to play, so I need to try and leave this experience with at least something to show for it.
Yeah, exactly that. I think you've got to leave your mark, whether it's playing or not. I think I had to, having had a bit of a disappointing experience 3 years ago when I played or went into an England environment, I think you want to try and sort of leave your mark, whether that's playing, whether it's not playing. I think you've got to prove to people what you can do in a different way, and hopefully I did that. And like I said, it was a great way to try and put a bit of time into my bowling, work with Claude Henderson, who was really good with me as a bowling coach, and try and develop that side of my game, and hopefully I came away a better player than what I did when I went in.
How important is it that for you to develop your bowling and not just be a batsman? Clearly you are an all-rounder in the 3 formats that Lancashire play, but how much do you see that progressing your bowling?
Yeah, I think it's a big thing for me. I think if you look last week, I think it gives the team great options. I think if you can have a batter that bats at number 4 as a spinner, as somebody who can maybe hold up an end and take a few wickets. I'm obviously not going to be a spinner that's going to run through a team, but I think it gives us great options, especially red ball cricket, to be able to play that extra seamer. Look, last week I think we had 5 seamers, and it just gives you that little bit of, I think it kind of gives you 12 players to play with, especially in that format. And I think in white ball cricket, I do want to try and make myself an all-rounder. I think if you look at opportunities around the world, and even with England, I think if you can offer a little bit with the ball as well as being a batter and being able to field, I think it makes you a much more desired cricketer, which is what I want to make myself. So it's something that I've been working really hard on, and it's something that I really enjoy. I enjoy the challenge of trying to. It's obviously not my strongest suit, so trying to improve that, and hopefully try and make myself into someone that can bowl off spin, leg spin, and it's kind of something that not many people do.
That's the next question. Are you focusing on one particular, off spin or leg spin, or still trying to work on them both?
No, I'm working on them both. I think it's just one of them things. I think leg spin's a bit more effective in one-day cricket, but I get much more control bowling off spin, and I feel like I've bowled all right. Even yesterday in the game, I didn't feel like I bowled badly. It's obviously a difficult pitch to bowl on with short boundaries, so it's something that I want to get better at. But still working on both. I think I'm going to bowl more off spin in 4-day cricket and more leg spin in 1-day cricket, and just making sure that if 2 left-handers are in white ball cricket, I can still bowl off spin as well.
Is there any hesitation? Because I know I've spoken to you in the past, and you've bowled off spin and leg spin in the same over, haven't you, previously? Is there any hesitation when it comes to having to do that? How difficult is it to switch so quickly?
Yeah, I think that's what I want to get to, where it's not. I think you want to try and get to a stage where you can just bowl either and almost try and bowl both with the same run up and a similar action. I guess T20 cricket now is about being as unpredictable as possible. It's a little bit different. 4-day cricket, you want to try and go nowhere and be as tight as possible, whereas in T20 cricket especially, I think you can, the more unpredictable you are, the better you are. So I guess try and bowl as many different balls as I can, and just try and be a little bit different, try and do something that nobody else does, which sort of makes you stand out.
So being away with England helped you work on those different aspects. Just the final one with England, what was it like being locked down in the biosecure bubble?
Yeah, it was different. I guess when you're not allowed to leave a ground for 3 weeks, it becomes a little bit. Thankfully, we were at the Ageas Bowl, and there's a golf course there, so spent a lot of time playing golf. Thankfully, it's a hobby of mine, and I enjoy doing that. So I think without the golf course, it would have been a lot tougher. And I know the lads have said it's a bit more tough at Old Trafford without the golf. So it was different. But I guess it's almost just being on like an Asian tour. I spent time in Pakistan at the PSL, and it's very similar. You're kind of locked in your hotel until it's game time anyways, but instead of travelling to the stadium, you're playing where you're staying. So it's not like it's something totally alien. And thankfully I'd spent a lot of time with the boys that were in that bubble. I think 4 of them played with me at Zalmi in the PSL, so I kind of knew a lot of people, and obviously I had 3 or 4 Lancs lads there as well, so it was nice that you kind of know people there, and it's it makes it a little bit easier.
So you worked on your off spin, your leg spin and your handicap. What improved most?
Definitely not my handicap, I'll tell you that for free. I honestly, we were playing 18 holes on training days and 36 on day off. It was the only thing we could do to get out of our room. So it's not ideal that it's a bit of a pitch and put down there. So your handicap took a battering, to be honest.